Describe what these are. What are you serving these kids, girl?
You're my favorite.
Oh, thank you.
What are you serving?
Taco salad in a bag is our last meal at the band kitchen store.
It's delicious though.
This is for Ron.
It's very delicious. It's what I look forward to.
Just a little more, please.
All weekend.
I don't really have any. Thank you so much.
Oh, Desiree, can you grab me another thing of cheese? In the fridge. The grated cheese?
This is uncomfortable.
Why is it uncomfortable?
This is awkward. Position. That's all.
So how was your meal today? Because?
We're right in his face. Just go.
Matt, how was your meal?
What?
How was your food?
It was very excellent.
Very intelligent.
What? Hello, girls. Don't be shy of the camera. Wave. Wave at least. What? I said, don't you always wave when you see a camera? Rehearsal time.
Schedule last pages. Let's go. Stop walking.
June 12th, 2005.
Put your horns down in front of you. This is a 20-second gush. Get some water. There you go. Here we go. Grab some water quickly.
You should tell them to come in. They get wet. That's a joke.
Yeah, still raining.
Broke. Oh, I didn't break. Oh. Well, you know, I don't really like me getting pictures taken when I have my gardening wearing my... I'm golfing.
Hi.
The youngest or the oldest?
It's already ready.
.net or .net?
.net.
.net.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's getting so.
First I have to take the push play.
Yeah, but you gotta let it do its thing first.
You and your camera.
That's what I thought.
Wow, you're on candid camera.
I wonder if somebody's gonna make a mistake and block. That will be history.
Moved to them. Didn't do it. It was moved.
Hello, Stephen.
By the horse. Yeah, of course.
Oh, you did.
Candace, come on, Mother. She's right behind you. Get her.
Oh, she's hiding. Get her good. Get her real quick. Oh gosh, I hope you didn't sit on the
Just about. I smashed it just a little.
I'm trying to light them all. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paul. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God bless you. Happy birthday to you.
What's the matter with the others?
It took too long.
Few more days yet. Today is okay.
Well,
I can celebrate for 3 days.
yeah. Why stop?
85, huh?
That's for your 4 little chicks.
Good idea.
Yeah.
See? Got them all. Got 85. Maybe I'll make 86. Yeah.
You put 85, I don't know how long it will take to blow them out.
Yeah. I need everybody's help then.
Okay, it's on now. Okay. Sorry, I'm not going to stand up on a podium or anything, so you probably won't see me while I'm talking, but we just wanted to say a few words before we get going. For those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Ronnie Grewell. I'm the president, or outgoing president of the board this year. I'll be finished my term fairly soon, and so I thought it would be a good time to make a few comments, say some things to Mike before he leaves us. This has been 6 years that Mike also has been with the Regina Lions Band, and we just want to make sure that his contributions are acknowledged and thanked as they should be. For the last couple of years, I've been on the board, and I had the experience of working with Mike, and it's been a wonderful experience. He's shown up for all of our meetings, our late night meetings, our last minute meetings, and our Mike, can you bring X, Y, and Z meetings. He's always calm, cool, and collected. He's been a great asset to the board, helps us make the decisions we need to make, and work through the things we need to do. And I don't know, I could go on for a long time, but I mean, his contribution to the board is absolutely invaluable, and I really want to make sure that we thank him for that, from past boards and present board in particular. That thank you very much to Mike for all his help. And in particular, I know that Mike Alstead, as the executive director of the organization, he's the frontline person. When there's any complaints or comments or criticisms, they go to him first. But what we don't go to him often enough with is our compliments and our thanks and our appreciation for all the great work that he does. And so I thought I would try to highlight a few things today, and then turn it over to my daughter Holly to point out some of the things from the kids. So. The great thing that I've found with Mike with this organization over the last number of years is the way that he's always working to think up new and innovative ways to make the music enjoyable for the children, and how very successful he is at that. Each year he takes our groups to new heights musically and with everything that they do, and it's absolutely wonderful to see what he's done. Under Mike's direction, our concert marching and jazz bands have won more awards and recognition than I can list, and just so many wonderful things that have happened. For example, in 2002, Mike took the marching group to Japan. They placed overall, 5th overall. They had a wonderful experience, and it was an absolutely great event that he was able to see through to its fruition. Over the last number of years, I'm not sure how many now, he's taken the jazz groups down to Idaho for the Lionel Hampton Jazz Festival each year. And again, this is an event that the kids in the jazz bands truly love and really seem to enjoy. And not only do they get the chance to go down there and compete with some pretty darn tough competition, but they also get the experience of seeing, world-class jazz performers and going to seminars and so on and learning directly from them. And other things, jazz jam performances each year. Sorry, my notes are blowing around here. I'm not following them very carefully. I know Jazz Jam this year is one of the best concerts I've been to in any number of years, and it was absolutely fabulous. And that's the case every year with the jazz groups of this organization under Mike's direction. The same thing is true for the concert bands. I've seen so many fabulous performances from our concert bands over the last few years. For example, some of the things I remember last year when Pride performed the Divine Comedy, I think I had goosebumps for about a week after that. This year when they combined the V-Band and the Pride concert bands together, and then after only a very few short months together, they did an absolutely incredible job performing an American Elegy with very little rehearsal time. So to summarize, I don't think that there's another director around that could pull things together and get the performances out of our children that we've seen Mike do over the last few years. And I really want to make sure that we take this time and this opportunity to really thank him for that. And to get a perspective from the kids in the band and what they see and enjoy, I'm going to turn over to my daughter Holly to say a few words.
In my 5 years in this program, Mike has been a huge part of it, and he's made a huge impact on my life. He's easily one of the best teachers I've ever had. He has this amazing ability to bring great music out of just about anyone. He gets so into the music he's directing, and he has this remarkable way of putting into words what a piece of music should convey. In concert band, we played some very, very difficult pieces, and I don't think I've ever seen another director who could make us play them as well as he did. We played American Elegy this year and when I was in my first year in Pride, and we played it so beautifully that it gave me goosebumps and almost made me cry every time we play it. And I know that it made Mike cry once or twice, not that that's very hard to do. I remember we played the Divine Comedy last year and the Prairie Alphabet Book 2 years ago, and they were both so long, but somehow Mike managed to get a horde of teenagers with short attention spans to pay attention and really concentrate on the music for like half an hour. When it comes to getting the best out of us, Mike sometimes has some unique ways of explaining to us how to play something. I'll never forget my very first rehearsal with Mike in B-Band when I first joined. He was trying to explain to us that we needed our sound to just hit the wall or something like that, and he took his keys and threw them as hard as he could against the wall. It was so far from anything I'd ever expected to see in a band rehearsal, but it worked, and it got us to throw our sound out there. And I think his unique way of teaching may have convinced me that this band was a place I really wanted to be. Concert band wasn't the only place where Mike had a huge impact on the members of this organization's lives. He has also been the best jazz teacher I've ever seen, had, or even come in contact with. As we were walking back on the field the other day, some of us fighting back tears after Mike told us that he had resigned, I heard someone say, "Well, jazz is screwed." And we all realized how unlikely it is that we could ever find someone else who could run our jazz program as well as Mike does. In jazz band, Mike can pull out a song that we all look at and think, this is impossible. But he goes through and does whatever it takes to help us learn the parts until we can play the impossible licks and runs like nothing. We learned A Few Good Men in just a few weeks, and it was awesome, but I never thought my fingers would be able to move that fast. Once we got through learning all those impossible licks and runs, he'd get us to a point where we felt so comfortable with the music that he could just walk out of the room, come back a few minutes later with a drink, and we'd still be going. And he'd just stand there and bob along to the music until it was time to cut us off. Jazz was a lot of fun with Mike, and it's undoubtedly had a huge effect on all of us who were in jazz with him. Wednesday nights have been the highlight of my week for the past couple of years. I'd wake up in the morning knowing it was Wednesday and think, oh yay, it's jazz day, and be in a good mood all day. I know I'm weird, but jazz with Mike is great. Along with playing great music, with great people, under great direction, something funny was always bound to happen at jazz. Like the time Mike made Lindsay Hale smile. Lindsay tends to be kind of angry when look kind of angry when he's drumming, and Mike wanted him to look happier, so we spent a good chunk of our rehearsal trying to get Lindsay to smile while he played, and Mike had the whole jazz band staring at him until he smiled for us. Mike's given us this love for the music we play that not all teachers can give. It's pretty rare to find a group of people who are our age who love jazz music so much, and I'm fairly certain it is mostly because we had Mike there to shed a light on this great genre of music. I know that if I had never been in a jazz band with Mike, I would probably never know how awesome it felt to play in a good jazz band, or how great jazz music could sound. The trips we went on with Mike were always tons of fun too, and there were always some funny stories that followed. When we went to Idaho for the Jazz Festival every year, we were always trying to think up some ways to get past his bad luck in rolling which songs we play, since he never failed to roll one of the songs, or the one song that we were all hoping he wouldn't roll. Mike doesn't usually run around doing funny, stupid, strange things, and he's generally a pretty laid-back kind of guy. But once in a while he does something completely bizarre which surprises us all and gives us a good laugh, like last year when he slept in the elevator on tour. Mike has always got something inspirational to say to us, whether it is because of some kind of crisis within the program or because someone just had a bad day. He gives us some words of wisdom to get us through all of it. He's always, or almost always, good-tempered, and he is always happy to see people when they walk into the band hall. I just love the look of excitement on Mike's face whenever someone new walks in and says they want to try being in the band. He's always been so dedicated to this program and to the people involved during his 6 years, and I've never seen someone put so many more people before themselves so often. It never ceases to amaze me that Mike stayed here in little old Regina for so long, while so many people treated him poorly, but he always put us and the music we made before anything, including himself, and he brought the best music out of us that anyone could bring. He put making music before any of the other things that go on in this organization, which is an amazing quality for a music teacher to have, and it's a quality that puts Mike a notch above the rest. Mike has put a lot into this band, but I guess it's time for him to move on to a new chapter of his life. We will miss you so much, Mike, and we wish you and Shelley the best of luck in whatever the future may hold for you.
Those are very kind words. Obviously in times like this you think about things that have been a part of your past. And I was thinking today about how about 6 years ago the members of the board at that time, when I had first moved down to Regina, invited me over to the Chimney restaurant for a supper to talk about the band program and what was going to happen. And I can remember one of those board members saying, "It's going to be your band now." And I said, "No, it's not my band. We get an opportunity to be caretakers for whatever period of time we're here." And I think that was words that just were in my head when I got here, but certainly something as I've had the experience of being a part of this organization for these 6 years, you realize more and more every day. There are so many people that have come before me and before this particular group of kids, and there's the opportunity for thousands to come after. Part of what I said to these guys tonight is you not only do honor to the people that have been before you, but you blaze the trail for those that are to come. And I hope that I'm going to be able to continue looking as I have in other places. You know, I've been able to work with some very, very wonderful bands over the course of my career, and it's always fun to look and see what they continue to do after someone else gets the opportunity to work with them. And I'm very hopeful that I'll get to do the same here and occasionally get a chance to maybe see these guys out on tour or at festivals or whatever it may be. So I would take a moment to publicly thank all of you that have been parents and supporters of the organization. You truly are what makes the organization what it is. The day-to-day stuff that happens here is these kids coming and making music, whether it's the ones that are standing here in a Pride uniform or members of Junior Pride that I'm looking straight ahead and looking at. doesn't matter whether these kids are 8 or 18, they're fantastic musicians, and they have truly been a joy to work with in the time that I've been here. So I would like to thank you very much for both Shelley and myself for the time that we've been here.
Hello everybody, my name is Aaron Burnett. I'm the president of the Student SRC here. And because Mike has impacted my life so much, and I believe everybody else that's standing out there in the field and over here, we decided from the SRC we should get him something so that he can remember us.
Very, very nice. You don't all get to see what it is.
Oh, that's touching. That's touching.
So I also get the pleasure one more time of introducing our show here to all of you. Before I do that, I want to make sure that I have introduced our staff that is on the ground right now on percussion. We have Chris Worthington, and Lindsay Stetner. For color guard, we've got Jen Bishop up on the truck. Mark Ansia has been working with our visual program, as well as Autumn Clark, who is around here somewhere.
I'm up here too.
Up here on the truck. And finally, the person who is going to make sure that this all continues to run smoothly for the next 25 days or so. He has certainly been my right-hand guy this year, and for those of you that are parents of kids that are out there, they're certainly in good hands. He has been invaluable to me, and that is Michael Farmer. We had a special show written for us because this is Saskatchewan Centennial, something that would be appropriate for that theme. And I'm only just going to tell you the names of the 4 movements. There's long explanations that go with them, but it's now time to be watching what these kids are doing. The show is called Visions of a Prairie Sky. It starts with Awake and Sing, moves into Fallen Leaves, Northern Lights, and finishes with Winter Clouds. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the Pride of the Lions Drum and Bugle Corps. First presentation of Visions of a Prairie Sky with drum major Ryan Miller.